Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Your future begins at Dean College.
Make a difference.
Leave your mark.
Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
From minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
At the Mass State Lottery, we know there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. Now that's how we all win. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Fans, it is now time for tonight's ceremonial first pitches.
From White House Field in Harwich, Massachusetts, you're listening to Hyannis Harbor Hawks baseball on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network alongside Charlie Adams. My name is Quincy Bell, and we will have you covered from wire to wire for tonight's matchup between the Hyannis Harbor Hawks and the Harwich Mariners. Charlie, tough timeout yesterday for Hyannis. They lost 9-1 on the road to the Falmouth Commodores. This is their second of 3 consecutive road games. What do you hope to see from Hyannis today to bounce back into the win column?
Just limit the free passes. It was a season high yesterday in free passes. The offense, back-to-back games now, just 1 run scored, and that was a win against Orleans 2 games ago. Yesterday it was never going to cut it. Falmouth came out strong early. Harbor Hawks are going to have to hope to get back to striking early tonight.
Well, the one good news for them on the free pass front is that they're going to starter Raymond Olivas, who has yet to walk a batter throughout his tenure on Cape Cod. We'll talk more about him here in a minute. Before we get to the rest of the pregame festivities, our very own Max Schwartzberg caught up with manager Mitch Carricker pregame.
Max Schwartzberg joined pregame by skipper Mitch Carricker ahead of tonight's action against Harwich. Coach, you're playing a Mariners team that has taken the first 2 meetings against Hyannis, and they've been really strong in what has been an electric Eastern Division, but specifically about Harwich, what do you think makes them so good, and what do you guys want to approach tonight?
Yeah, I mean, they do a really good job on both sides of the ball. They've pitched really well against us. Offensively, they can really run, and they've kind of exposed that on us a little bit, so we need to do a good job with the running game when we get them on base. Offensively, we got to put something together. I mean, I think we've been looking for a spark a little bit the last few games, and hopefully tonight we can bust loose a little bit.
Speaking on the offense, only 2 runs combined in the last 2 games, but Harwich, a team that had a really strong start to the season on the pitching side, but they've struggled as of late. Is there any specific type of approach you want to see the guys take at the plate?
Yeah, I mean, I think for us, we've really struggled on fastballs, and just being on time to a fastball is going to be really important. We've preached that the last couple of days, and the guys are working hard to kind of remedy that, and hopefully that shows up tonight, and if we can do that, I think we got a little bit better chance.
And lastly, you got Raymond Olivas getting his first start on the Cape. He's been really strong, especially in his last 2 times out. What do you think's made him so dominant? How do you want him to continue that success tonight?
Yeah, I mean, he's throwing a lot of strikes, which is, what we talk about all the time. And for him, he can throw 3 or 4 pitches for strikes, which makes him really dangerous, against the opposing hitters. And, we need him to do that again tonight and give ourselves a chance to get a W.
Thanks, Coach, and good luck. Guys, back to you.
Should remain alert.
Thanks, Max. Well, also, our very own sideline reporter Sam Gorini caught up with Matt Hyannis today, he's been swinging a hot bat lately. Take a listen.
Sam Garini with Matt Hyannis, a shortstop out of West Virginia. You were one of 3 players last night to get a hit off. What were you seeing so well at the plate that led to your success?
Yeah, I was just sticking to what I know, sticking to my routine pregame and going up there empty-minded and seeing the ball hit the ball.
And after a game like last night, what mindset are you guys coming in for tonight's game?
Yeah, we're definitely hungry as a team to get back in the win column. And, yeah, just go out there empty-minded and go play ball.
And what do you think the team needs to build upon tonight to go in and get offensive momentum going?
Yeah, from first pitch, you just need to be locked in and stay locked in until the last pitch of the game. And if we do that, we should have some good results.
Well, thank you so much and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Number 34, Taylor Kirk.
Well, we're just about ready for first pitch here from White House Field. Taylor Kirk into the box to lead things off for the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. He'll be facing Harwich Mariners starter Jackson Peavy. The left-hander is set just above his belt. Taylor Kirk's into the box from the right-handed side. Peavy into the windup, and we're underway. First pitch. Fastball right down Broadway for strike 1. Here's a look at the lineup for the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. Taylor Kirk will lead off, followed by Jax Jimenez, Caden Miller, Jordan Lodis, Matt Hyannis, Blake Primrose, Charlie Bates, J.C. Davis, and Henry Zener rounds out the lineup at 9. 0-1 on the way to Taylor Kirk from the left arm of Jackson Peavy. Swung on and popped up a mile high in the air down the right field line, curling out of play just past the Harbor Hawks dugout. The count now 0-2 on the leadoff man, Taylor Kirk.
Jackson Peavy making his second start of the Cape League summer through 7 1/3 innings, no earned runs.
Peavy only threw 2 1/3 innings this past year during his freshman season with the Georgia Bulldogs. So he's getting most of his development done here on the Cape, and he's been very solid to start things off this summer. 7 1/3 innings. He has yet to surrender a run. Kirk back in, home plate umpire Mike O'Leary is ready again. And here's the 0-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. Kirk goes fishing at a slider down and in. 1 batter, 1 strikeout for Jackson Peavy.
Mentioned at the top of the show that it was a season-high free passes for the pitching staff. It was also a season-high in strikeouts for the Harbor Hawks offense. Right back to it here to lead off with Taylor Kirk.
That'll bring Jax Jimenez to the plate. The switch hitter will take his cuts from the right-handed side. First pitch from Jackson Peavy. Swung on and chopped slowly back up the middle. Gloved by the second baseman, Cade Curlin. Sidearm throw on the run. In time to first base. It beats Jimenez by 2 steps.
Put the ball in play there. Had 2 strikeouts yesterday. Jimenez is fast. He had 2 stolen bases yesterday as well for his first 2 stolen bags on the summer.
4 pitches and 2 outs so far for Jackson Peavy. He'll go lefty on lefty against the UTSA Roadrunner Caden Miller, hitting third today for the Harbor Hawks. He crowds the plate and awaits the first pitch. Opposite field looper, it'll fall just in front of the left fielder Jackson Hotchkiss for a base hit. Inside out swing off the handle for Caden Miller, but he's on with a 2-out single.
Harbor Hawks are aggressive early in counts. They were yesterday.
To the plate with a runner on first and nobody out. No score on the top of the first inning between the Mariners and Harbor Hawks. Lodis has hammered left-handed pitching this year. He's 6 for 15 with 2 home runs against the South. First pitch to Lodis, a fastball upstairs for ball 1.
There's plenty of pregame festivities. A bunch of first responders on hand at White House Field. They're bringing down the fire truck ladder with the American flag on it down the third base line.
1-0 on the way. Lodis takes a fastball on the inner half for a strike. We saw members of the Harwich Police Department and Harwich Fire Department honored before first pitch here, and they had about a 40-foot flag hung up by one of their fire trucks, but they're just taking it down right now. 1-1 to Lodi. Slider misses down and into the right-hander.
Would have been cool to see it stay up for the game. I don't know how it would have done with foul balls. Bit of a second net.
There's still a regular American flag up above the right field scoreboard. 2-1 to Lodi's. Fastball up and in, called a strike. Good location on the heater from Jackson Peavy, and he's one strike away from getting out of the first inning unscathed. Runner on first, 2 out. Caden Miller takes a couple of steps off of first. And Peavy will step off and reset. The defense for Harwich, it's Jackson Hotchkiss in left, Colin Larson in center, Ryan Garrity in right. The infield from third to first, J.P. Peltier, Nate Castellan, Cade Kurland, and Sean O'Leary with Braden Jaska doing the catching. 2-2 on the way, swing and a miss by Jordan Lodis. He goes fishing at a slider beneath the zone. 2 strikeouts in the first inning for Jackson Peavy. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We head to the bottom half of the first inning.
Your future begins at Dean College.
Make a difference.
Leave your mark.
Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Raymond Olivas will be making his first start of the Cape League summer today for the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. It's his 5th appearance, but his first time starting things in the first inning. Here's the lineup that he will face for the Harwich Mariners. Colin Larson will lead off. Cade Kurland will hit second. Braden Jackson will hit third. Tyler Smolinski will clean up and DH. J.P. Peltier hits 5th. Nate Castellan hits 6th. Jackson Hotchkiss hits 7th. Sean O'Leary 8th. And Ryan Garrity rounds out the lineup in the 9th spot. Raymond Olivas just finished up his sophomore year at UC Santa Barbara, where he made 27 appearances out of the bullpen across 33 2/3 innings. He only gave up 14 earned runs and only walked 7 batters. His walks per 9 was under 2, and he has yet to walk a batter on the Cape throughout 4 outings. His last time out against the Yarmouth Dennis Red Sox, he threw 4 innings of 2-hit ball and only gave up 1 home run on a solo home run.
And a July 4th outing picked up the win for Hyannis, a 9-2 win, just the Whitey Red Sox second loss of the summer, and it's still their second loss of the summer, but he looked straight. He was just a great arm out of the bullpen, and it was just a great, well-pitched game for Hyannis, from Ryan Bosch to Olivas, and finished off with Easton Barrett.
He led UC Santa Barbara pitchers in appearances throughout 2026 with 27 appearances, but none of them were starts. He's making his first start at the collegiate level today. The first batter he will face, the left-handed hitting center fielder, Colin Larson. Larson has been on fire halfway through the Cape League summer. He's hitting .328 with an on-base percentage north of .460. Olivas set at his chest. Into the long windup, first pitch on the way. Fastball taken just above the letters for ball 1. Olivas, a native of Stockton, California. Back into the slow windup for the 1-0. Fastball right down Broadway, called a strike.
And at 91 miles per hour from Olivas.
Colin Larson has been quite the difficult bat to retire. Here's the 1-1. Fastball misses upstairs. Larson is a Massachusetts native from East Hampton, Massachusetts. He also plays his collegiate ball at Boston College, where this past year he hit .225 with a couple of home runs. But he's really picked up his production on the Cape. 2-1. Slider misses down and in. Olivas behind in the count, 3-1. He's in danger of ending that streak of no walks throughout his first 8 1/3 innings on the Cape. Looking to battle back here. 3-1 on the way. Fastball right down the pipe, strike 2. Full count here on Colin Larson with nobody on, nobody out. Here in the bottom half of the first inning. Still no score between the Mariners and Harbor Hawks. Payoff coming from Raymond Olivas. Popped up a mile high in the air, slicing out of play down the third base line. And almost hit that Harwich Fire Department vehicle. But just missed it. They have now lowered the flag completely.
Heard a few reversing beeps from the fire truck.
7th pitch upcoming between Raymond Olivas and Colin Larson. There it is. Swung on and hit high in the air, deep down the right field line, but this ball will hook out of play.
Commentator Jinx is sort of on the line here in this at-bat. Talked about the no walks through 4 appearances and Olivas working this full count.
8th pitch to the leadoff man. Here's Olivas. Fouled away again, and Larson continues to battle up there. That's what you like to see out of your leadoff man. Somebody who goes up there and fights through every at-bat. Olivas has worked his pitch count up a little bit before he's recorded an out. Here's yet another payoff. Looped in the air towards shallow center. Charlie Bates coming in on it. Still on the run. He makes the catch at his chest for out number 1.
Bates had a long way in from center field to make the catch.
Number 11, Cade Curlin.
But Olivas wins the battle. It's a tough bat in Colin Larson.
Cade Curlin will now dig in from the right-handed side. Curlin hitting second today and playing second base for the Harwich Mariners. He just finished up his redshirt junior contact against. He's only had really one bad outing on the Cape. That was on the 27th against Chatham. Here's Braden Jackson. First pitch to him, grounded sharply over to third. Backhanded by Jordan Lodise into foul territory. Throw across the diamond, picked by Miller at first. In time for the out. What a stellar throw by Jordan Lodise at the hot corner. 3 up, 3 down for the Harbor Hawks as we head to the top of the second here on Cape League TV.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
CapCodBaseballStore.org.
Top of the second inning set to start here from White House Field. The second inning is brought to you by our folks at Cape Cod Orthopedics. Cape Cod Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is proud to support Harbor Hawks baseball. For decades, athletes, families, and residents across Cape Cod have trusted Cape Cod Orthopedics and Sports Medicine for expert care. Their team specializes in sports medicine, orthopedic surgery, joint replacement, and rehabilitation, helping patients get back to the activities they enjoy most. Whether you're recovering from an injury or looking for specialized orthopedic care, learn more at CapeCodOrtho.com. Cape Cod Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the region's largest orthopedic specialty group. No score after one inning between the Hyannis Harbor Hawks and Harwich Mariners. It'll be 5, 6, and 7, 2 up for Hyannis to try and change things. Matt Einish, Blake Primrose, and Charlie Bates set to hit against the left-handed starter, Jackson Peavy.
How about that play from Jordan Lodise? Deep in foul territory, and you knew once he set his feet, he was going to have the power to throw on first.
First pitch to Matt Einish, down and in for ball one. Jordan Lodiz has been one of the best defensive infielders we've seen on the Cape this year, and he backhanded that one into foul territory, long throw across the diamond for a big third out in that bottom of the first for Hyannis. Fastball to Matt Einish out of the left arm of Jackson Peavy, called on the outer edge for a strike. 1-1 the count on the West Virginia second baseman, although Einish is the designated hitter today. 1-1 fouled straight back and out of play. 1-2 now.
I wish we had an award in the Cape League for the top fielder.
1-2, front hit breaking ball, check swing by Einish, called a swing by plate umpire Mike O'Leary. 3 quick strikeouts in inning number 2 for Jackson Peavy.
That's a frustrating one with the pitch in the dirt. You're sort of admitting guilt if you try to take off to first base on the drop third, as Jackson just had to apply the tag right at the plate on Einish.
That'll bring Blake Primrose up to the plate, the catcher out of St. Joseph's. Here's the first pitch from Peavy. And skips to the backstop. He missed with the backdoor breaking ball well wide to the right-handed hitting Blake Primrose. Nobody on, 1 out here in the top half of the second. 0-0 between Harwich and Hyannis. Primrose takes a fastball right down Broadway for a strike. Primrose had the day off yesterday in Falmouth. Last time out against Orleans, he went 0 for 3 with 2 Ks. Here's the 1-1, backdoor breaking ball. Comes over the plate for strike 2.
Blake Primrose, just a sophomore, winning Atlantic 10 Player of the Year. There's so much future for this kid.
And he's electing to stay at St. Joe's. 1-2. Misses down and in. Primrose even in the count at 2-2. Normally you'd see a guy like him try to take his talents elsewhere with today's new age of the transfer portal. John Embry was a Sun Player of the Year, and he jumped ship to Florida. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Primrose out in front of the changeup. 4 strikeouts for Jackson Peavy. He's working quickly here in inning number 2.
From Stanford, number 11, Charlie Bates.
They're all strikeouts swinging. Caden Miller had a first pitch single, and Jax Jimenez had a first pitch ground out. Bats are off the shoulder for Hyannis, just hasn't produced any results just yet.
And Charlie Bates struggled with the strikeout yesterday. He went 0 for 4 with 3 Ks. And here's PV. Fastball inner half, called a strike. Charlie Bates just 2 for his last 12 at the plate. The 0-1 sails to the backstop again.
Harbor Hawks had Charlie Bates specifically had a 4 strikeout game against Yarmouth Dennis on the 26th of June.
1-1. Bates takes a fastball, inner half, strike 2. He has 22 strikeouts on the year, 13 games played. So Bates, when he has struggled this summer, it's been by way of the K. 1-2 coming, slider misses down and away to the lefty Charlie Bates.
When he talked with Max Schwartzberg, our third broadcaster on product, the strikeouts numbers going up.
Here's the 2-2. Grounded back to PV on the mound. He stabs it and loops a throw over to first in time as Sean O'Leary almost has to drop to a knee to glove that one at first base, but the side is retired.
You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it.
At the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
The second inning is still brought to you by our folks at Cape Cod Orthopedics. Cape Cod Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is proud to be a sponsor of the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. From youth sports to collegiate athletics and everything in between, their team has been helping Cape Cod residents stay healthy and recover from injuries for years. With expertise in sports medicine, orthopedic care, and rehabilitation, Cape Cod Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is committed to keeping our community active. Learn more at capecodortho.com. We'll face 4, 5, and 6 in inning number 2. Tyler Smolinski, J.P. Peltier, and Nate Castellon.
Harwich can hit. Smolinski's batting above 300. Same with Castellon. Got through Jaxa, who in a shorter sample size, batting 400 on the season.
Bottom of the second inning for the Mariners, the DH from Kansas
And here is
State, number
Smolinski.
22,
He'll hit from the left-handed side. And he leads Harwich with 22 hits on the season. He's also tied for the lead league in home runs with 4. Olivas into the windup, first pitch coming. He misses downstairs with the changeup. In addition, Smolinski leads the entire Cape in slugging percentage with a .562 mark. He has had quite the summer on the Cape, and he's here to stay most likely till the end of the year. 1-0 from Olivas. Fastball misses up and in. He's behind 2-0.
Olivas has fallen behind in some counts here.
Something he doesn't do too often. Looking to battle back here on 2-0. Here's the pitch. Fastball at the knees, just low. Mike O'Leary shakes his head and said that that pitch wasn't high enough. And we've mentioned Olivas has yet to walk a batter, but in danger. 3-0 in pursuit. Overhand breaking ball just misses upstairs. That walk is our free pass of the game, brought to you by our folks at Cape Cod Community College. Go to Cape Cod Community College for free. Every program, no tuition or fees for those that qualify. capecod.edu/free for more. And I guess if you are to surrender your first walk of the season, you wouldn't mind doing it to a guy as hot as Tyler Smolinski at the plate. And there he goes for second on the first pitch to J.P. Peltier. Throw down from Blake Primrose. Not in time. Smolinski safe with a head-first slide on the outside of the bag. Stealing bases is something that Harwich does better than anybody in the Cape Cod Baseball League. As a team, they have now 73 stolen bases. That's over 20 stolen bases more than second place in the league. 1-0. Fastball taken just outside for a ball. J.P. Peltier spits on it, and he's ahead in the count 2-0. 6 straight balls to start the second inning for Raymond Olivas.
Now first base open, but this is definitely a team that likes to run.
2-0. Popped up on the infield. J.C. Davis backing up just in front of the outfield lawn. He makes the catch for out number 1. Peltier took a big cut at that pitch, but just underneath it.
Nate Castellon.
That'll bring Nate Castellon to the plate. The shortstop hitting 6th today for the Harwich Mariners. Bats from the right-handed side. First pitch from Olivas. Fastball outer half, called strike 1.
The Harbor Hawks handled Harwich on the base paths a little bit better last time out against them at home versus the first game here at White House Field.
0-1. Breaking ball again on the outer half, called strike 2 on Nate Castellon. The first time these two played at White House Field, Hyannis made 2 crucial errors in the first and second inning, which allowed 4 runs to cross. Looking for a better start here in the second matchup in Harwich. 0-2, chopped on the ground to third. Lodice looks at Smolinski at second. Throw across. Cannot be picked out of the dirt by Caden Miller. Castellon is on due to a throwing error from Jordan Lodice, and now Harwich has runners on first and second with 1 out here in the bottom of the second.
Lodice fielded that and took a sharp look to second base. Look Smolinski back to the bag before firing quickly to first, and That glance over to second probably sped things up a little bit for Lodis.
And we mentioned how he's one of the best fielders in the Cape Cod League, but that time just did not deliver a good throw to first base. Jackson Hotchkiss will now hit. First pitch from Olivas. Slider down and away for ball one. Still no score here in the bottom of inning number 2, as the lights just turned down at White House Field. Kind of startled everyone here in attendance. 1-0, Olivas looks back Smolinski at second. Now he comes to the plate out of the stretch. Hotchkiss high pop-up. First base dugout. This ball will get out of play and into the bleachers on the first base side. Jackson Hotchkiss had quite the year this past season at Washington. He hit 20 home runs and hit .337. He will no longer be with Washington for his job for third. Breaking ball fouled away, and Smolinski would have had third base easily. He picked a good pitch to go on, a slow breaker from Olivas, but Hotchkiss swinging away fouled it off. 1-2 now. Olivas, the UC Santa Barbara Gaucho. Peers in, comes set at the belt, looks back Smolinski at second, and now he delivers to the plate. Hotchkiss with a high drive, deep left field. Going back, Henry Zener steps in front of the warning track. He makes the catch for out number 2.
No tag from Smolinski, a productive out there for Olivas, and a big second out after the error.
The first baseman from UMass Lowell, number 18.
That'll bring Sean O'Leary up to the plate. The UMass Lowell Riverhawk is tasked with 2 runners on and 2 out here in the bottom of the second inning. Still no score between Harwich and Hyannis. Olivas looking to dance out of trouble. Here's the first offering. Swing and a miss. O'Leary well late on the fastball. He's behind 0-1.
Olivas back to getting ahead of hitters against O'Leary, working here in the bottom of the order.
0-1. Here's a pitch. Another fastball at the knees, called strike 2. Olivas ahead 0-2. He'll look to earn his first strikeout of his first start on the Cape. There it is. Looping fly ball, shallow down the left field line. Lodis going back over his shoulder, and it drops between him and Henry Zener for a base hit. Tyler Smolinski will score, going from first to third. Nate Castellon. And the Harwich Mariners draw first blood at White House Field. It's 1-0 here in the bottom of the second.
It's one of those base hits that if you could throw it out there, you couldn't place it better than that. Just right over the head of Jordan Lodis, who turned fully around and just started hard sprinting to the left field foul line. Still couldn't catch up in time.
You hate to use the word lucky, but Sean O'Leary popped that one up off the handle of the bat, and it fell about 2 feet fair down that left field line, just between Henry Zener and Jordan Lodis. First pitch to the left-handed hitting 9-hitter Ryan Garrity. Fastball misses just inside. 1-0 Harwich here with runners on the corners and 2 out here in the bottom of inning number 2. Olivas looking to avoid the big inning. 1-0. Overhand breaking ball. Called a strike on the inner half. Now with that error by Jordan Lodis at third base, which allowed Nate Castellon to reach, none of these runs in this inning will be earned to the line of Raymond Olivas. 1-1 fastball hit in a similar spot down that left field line. It's hooking near foul territory, and Lodis has a beat on this one right in front of the Harwich bullpen for out number 3. 1 run on no hits, 1 error, and 2 runners left on base. 1-0 Harwich as we head to the top of the third.
You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
Known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Top of the third inning set to commence here from White House Field in Harwich, Massachusetts. 1-0 Mariners. Hyannis will have 8, 9, and 1 due up to try to tie this game here in the third. J.C. Davis, Henry Ziener, and Taylor Kirk scheduled to hit if anybody gets on. Jax Jimin
batting leadoff, but he'll be batting in the similar inning if nobody got on base. Third inning.
J.C. Davis will lead things off for Hyannis as Jackson Peavy takes his last couple of warm-up pitches here. Davis playing in his fourth game on the Cape. He's just 2 for 10 to start things in his first 3 games. 1-0 Harwich thanks to an unearned run in the bottom half of the second inning. A single from Sean O'Leary that blooped just down the left field line, scored Tyler Smolinski from second. And that is how Harwich has their 1-0 lead. And here's Davis in from the right-handed side. Peavy into the windup, first pitch. Flown in the air, shallow left. Coming in, Jackson Hotchkiss, the Washington Husky on the run, and he makes the catch with one hand above his head for out number 1 off of 1 pitch.
Now 25 pitches for Jackson Peavy. And the Harbor Hawks continue to be aggressive at the plate, not wasting time.
Henry Ziener will step in and hit lefty on lefty against Jackson Peavy. Ziener has really struggled mightily against left-handed pitching this summer. First pitch. Fastball just misses inside for ball 1. Ziener just 1 for 13 against the Southpaws this summer. Coming off an 0 for 3 performance against Falmouth with 3 strikeouts. Here's the 1-0. Bounces in the dirt and skips to the backstop. Ziener ahead in the count 2-0.
Ziener's not too used to struggling against left-handed pitching at USC Upstate. Hit .333 on the season, .330 against righties, and .341 versus lefties.
2-0 from Peavy. Fastball hit high in the air behind home plate. And this ball will be caught by the catcher, Braden Jacksa, for out number 2.
Not too much wind here tonight at White House Field. That one stayed up for a while.
Taylor Kirk.
That'll bring Taylor Kirk up to the plate as the lineup flips to the top for Mitch Carricker's Hyannis Harbor Hawks. Jackson Peavy looking for his second consecutive 1-2-3 inning. First pitch from him. Breaking ball, called a strike on the inner half to the righty Taylor Kirk. Nobody on, 2 out here on the top of inning number 3, 1-0 Mariners. Peavy into the windup for his second pitch. It bounces in the dirt, but this time it's blocked by the catcher, Brady. Olivas will now work his second time through the order. He'll start things with the leadoff man, Colin Larson. He comes set with a glove above his face, and now here's the first pitch. Larson, first pitch swinging, ground ball, first base side. Gloved just fair by the first baseman, Caden Miller. He flips to Olivas, covering the bag for out number 1.
The second baseman,
tiring the first batter of the inning, something that we know Braden Sharp is very good at. But the Harbor Hawks, when it turns into a walk early in an inning, is when the Harbor Hawks have turned to trouble this year.
Well, Olivas has done a great job of getting the first out as well. He's now 10 for 12 when retiring batter number 1 in an inning. And now Cade Curlin steps up to the plate. He grounded out to shortstop in his first at-bat. And here's Olivas. This one hooked down the line. It's
Harwich.
The catcher from Oregon, number 6, Braden Jackson.
So a one-out double now puts a man in scoring position for Harwich. And now Braden Jackson steps up to the plate. Olivas looking to battle back against the 3-hitter. And there's the first pitch. Breaking ball bounces in front of the plate, but a good block from Blake Primrose will keep Cade Curlin at second base.
Henry Zener came up with a good throw from left field to make that a play on Curlin at second.
1-0. Olivas looks back, the runner at second, and he'll pick off. Second baseman J.C. Davis ran over to cover the bag, but Curlin back safely standing up. Jackson still at the plate, awaiting the 1-0. Olivas takes a big pause, and now he comes to the plate out of the stretch. This ball's popped up high. Malinsky, the league leader in slugging percentage and home runs. 1-0, he takes a big cut at the changeup. Olivas has him out ahead. 1-1 the count on the Harwich cleanup man with a runner on second and 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. 1-0 Mariners. Olivas working at his pace. 1-1 on the way. Fastball misses inside to Smolinski.
Falmouth is currently getting pounded a bit by rain. They're in a rain delay. Of course, we were there yesterday.
Hopefully the rain will stay away here from White House Field in Harwich. 2-1 rain will stay away here from White House Field in Harwich. 2-1 on the way from Olivas, fouled straight back by Smolinski, in the count even at 2-2. Straight back by Smolinski, in the count even at 2-2. As of right now, the rain isn't supposed to hit till about 8 o'clock, and the rain that does come is supposed to be light.
Radar seems to support that. Any way for this offense to get going. Caden Miller, the only person to reach base now twice for the Harbor Hawks.
Caden Miller has gotten on with very many free passes this season. He's hitting just 180. But the on-base percentage is up to 375 thanks to 12 walks and a bevy of hit-by pitches. Here's Jordan Lodis. The righty works against the lefty. Peavy swings at the first pitch and lines one into right center field. It's down for a base hit. Miller around second, and he's headed to third. The throw will come all the way there by the center fielder, Charlie Bates, or Colin Larson, but it's not in time. Jordan Lodis with a one-out single puts runners on the corners with 1 out for Matt Einish.
2 for 4 yesterday. Lodis picking up another hit today. A runner 90 feet away from tying this game with 1 away.
And here's Matt Einish. You heard our sideline reporter Sam Guarini talk about how he was just looking to focus on the next game after these struggles Hyannis bats have been facing. First pitch to him, front hit breaking ball from Peavy, misses just low for ball 1. That's all you can do is just focus on the next game. You got to have a short memory if you're going to be successful at the game of baseball. 1-0 from Jackson Peavy. Fastball misses up and in. Einish ahead in the count, 2-0.
Kind of player.
2-1. Runners on the corners, 1 out. Einish takes the fastball at the knees for a strike. Off for second, Lodis. He went on the delayed steal, and he'll get there as the catcher, Braden Jackson, didn't notice until it was too late.
That delayed steal's worked out well for the Harbor Hawks. Not too aggressive on the base paths, but a lot of times when they are, it's on the delayed steal.
That's the 3rd stolen base of the summer for the freshman Jordan Lodis. And Einish ahead in the count, 3-1. Here's the pitch, and he takes down and away for ball 4. The Harbor Hawks have now loaded the bases for Blake Primrose, who steps in.
And usually, bases loaded is the place you want to be, but this offense this year, just one hit with the bases loaded. A guy who hasn't been around for much of those games and opportunities has been Blake Primrose. And he's sort of the guy you really want up to the plate, especially looking at this roster ahead of the season. You see a guy with home run numbers at St. Joseph's like that, yeah, I'd have him at the plate.
First pitch to Primrose, hit high in the air towards shallow right center. Larson coming in, he makes the catch. Runner will tag at third. Here comes Caden Miller to the plate. The throw will be cut off at the mound. Miller scores, and this game is tied at 1 thanks to a sac fly from the catcher Blake Primrose.
That's all it takes. Fly ball to the outfield, and the Harbor Hawks tie this game up.
From Stanford, number 11, Charlie Bates.
The inning's still not over as Charlie Bates will hit above the head of Caden Miller. Braden Jackson, the catcher, had to jump out of the crouch to catch that one. With runners in scoring position and 2 outs, Hyannis has been pretty solid this year. As the 1-0 misses in the dirt to Charlie Bates, he's ahead 2-0. With runners in scoring position and 2 outs, Hyannis has 23 hits and 96 at-bats. That's good for a 240 mark. Their OPS is 701. That's third in the CCBL. First and second, 2 outs. Here for Charlie Bates. First pitch from Goodman, grounded over to second base. Cade Curlin has it. Sidearm throw to first in time. But the Harbor Hawks do get a run back on 1 hit. And no errors. 2 runners left on base. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Tie game at 1 here from White House Field.
This week we've been working a lot with doing play-by-plays, just doing behind-the-scenes stuff with sports broadcasting, which I never really realized how much went into it, but it's been really cool.
They've grown a lot. I've never really done like a program like this before, so like seeing all the behind-the-scenes have like really grown.
I've learned how to really just gain confidence in my play-by-play speaking, and I've learned more terms here when it comes to directing and producing, and I've just had a great time with John Rook.
Doing the play-by-play stuff and all that, being with a guy like John Rook, understanding what like the major kind of entails of doing this camp, just really a preview for what you do here at Dean or any other college doing broadcasting, so I'm definitely more prepared to make this a job of mine.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Welcome back to the Goldberg Law Group 4th inning. Did you know Goldberg Law Group PC is the Cape's premier personal injury law firm? The Goldberg Law Group has served Cape and the Islands for more than 38 years, and they're proud to support the local events, organizations, and traditions that make this community so special. As the Cape's leading law firm, Goldberg Law Group believes in helping people, building relationships, and giving back whenever they can. That's why they're proud to sponsor the Hyannis Harbor Hawks and another great night of Cape League baseball. Learn more about how the team at Goldberg Law Group can help you. Go Harbor Hawks.
Leading off for the Mariners, the third baseman from Kentucky, number 13, JP.
1-1 tie score here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Raymond Olivas still out there for a 4th inning of work, and he'll face 5, 6, and 7 in the Harwich order. JP Peltier, Nate Castellone, and Jackson Hotchkiss. Olivas set into the windup for his first pitch. Fastball outer half, called strike 1.
Olivas has recovered his pitch count pretty well so far. Just his 44th pitch across for a strike there through now 3+ innings of work.
Back into the windup, 0-1 to JP Peltier. Front hit breaking ball, called strike 2. Yeah, he threw 9 pitches to the leadoff man of the game, Colin Larson. He did get him to fly out to center field in what was a 1-2-3 inning, but then he threw a decent amount of pitches in the second, but rallied for a more efficient 3rd inning. Outside fastball, called strike 3. He freezes JP Peltier for his first strikeout of the start.
Maybe a good frame job from Blake Primrose to secure the first strikeout for Olivas.
That'll bring Nate Castellone to the plate. Olivas back into his motion. Breaking ball in the dirt, check swing, a full swing called by plate umpire Mike O'Leary. Nobody on, one out here in the bottom of inning number 4. 1-1 tie score between the Harbor Hawks and Mariners. Olivas working at a slow pace on the mound. His 0-1 grounded up the middle, ranging into the hole. J.C. Davis, he'll whip a throw on to first for out number 2, and Olivas is still working at a very efficient pace out there.
The left fielder from Washington.
Had to get out of the way of that ground ball. Not many pitchers land in a real fieldable position. That one got right by him. Lucky to not have it deflect off of him in any way.
Jackson Hotchkiss, the Washington Husky, will look to extend this inning with nobody on and 2 out. Olivas deals. Fly ball deep right center field. Ranging back, Jax Jimenez. He's near the wall. The center fielder baits in pursuit, but Jimenez calls him off at the warning track for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down for Olivas in the bottom of the 4th. We head to the 5th. Still 1-1 between Hyannis and Harwich on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
This week we've been working a lot with doing play-by-plays, just doing behind-the-scenes stuff with sports broadcasting, which I never really realized how much went into it, but it's been really cool.
They've grown a lot. I've never really done like a program like this before, so like seeing all the behind the scenes
breaking out
is
the
like
big
really
one.
grown.
I've learned how to. Davis fastball just beneath the knees, called ball 1. J.C. Davis was a late addition to the Hyannis Harbor Hawk roster. He's playing in just his 4th game today. 1-0 on the way. He takes a fastball outside to find himself ahead in the count 2-0. This past year at Rush.
Zahner.
Could apply a little pressure. It's a little bit hard to advance on. A ball 4 to the backstop like that.
It would be
a ball 4 to the backstop like that.
It would be pretty ambitious to try to take second. On a walk, even though this is a fairly deep backstop here at White House Field. Henry Zehner will hit lefty on lefty against Jackson Peavy. First pitch on the way, Zehner bunts. Zehner bunts and gets it down the third base line. Charging in J.P. Peltier. His throw on the run, not in time to first base. Henry Zehner legs it out. And Hyannis has something cooking. Here in the top of the 5th. 2 runners on and nobody out.
That'll play. That's a beautiful bunt from Henry Zehner. Popped up a little bit, but once it settled down, it was a tough play for Peltier. And kind of a base hit that will fire Peltier. And kind of a base hit that will fire up a team.
It was a sacrifice situation from Henry Zehner, but he was bunting for a hit right there. He was charging down the first base line, and the speedy outfielder beat the throw by about half a step. It was really close over there. And now Taylor Kirk will step in to hit. Peavy takes a long pause on the mound, and now he comes to the plate. Kirk shows a bunt. He pulls it back. Pitch was well upstairs for ball 1. Taylor Kirk really struggled to start the year for Hyannis. But Taylor Kirk really struggled to start his summer on the Cape. He was just 2 for 27. He got kicked out of the lineup throughout points of the year, was struggling to find playing time, but he has hits in 4 of his last 5 games, including 2 hits his last time out against Orleans. He drove in the only run on a hard hit single to left field. That was the only run Hyannis scored in the game, and it was the only one they needed. They won that game 1-0. And now he has a chance to give Hyannis the lead. He shows a bunt, pulls it back, throw into second base. J.C. Davis back with a head first slide. And we haven't seen Hyannis play a lot of small ball this year, Charlie, but they're looking to go to that right now.
Something they needed to change. It was a slumping offense and worked out for Henry Zehner. Taylor Kirk has a similar skill set to drop down a bunt and make something productive at bat.
2-0, he's taking all the way, and the fastball misses inside. Taylor Kirk ahead 3-0. Well, Taylor Kirk just finished up his sophomore year at Fordham, where he hit .317. He was in the transfer portal for a while and just recently committed to UCLA. 3-0 on the way. Fastball, outer half, called a strike. But since committing to UCLA, Taylor Kirk has really picked up the bat. That was sort of the pressure that was winning at the plate. 3-1 count, and here's the pitch. Kirk shows a bunt, and he gets it down right in front of the mound. Jackson Peavy throws on to first. The lefty makes the throw. Kirk couldn't quite beat that one out at first. But he does a job as J.C. Davis moves up to third and Henry Zener moves up to second.
The right fielder.
Now a fly ball away from the lead. There's the sacrifice fly from Blake Primrose to tie this game.
And it looks like the Harwich Mariners want to have a word with plate umpire Mike O'Leary. I don't know what the conversation is about, and the umpires will get together here. Charlie, did you see anything abnormal about that last play?
Not really. There was a clear message being sent there. Not really too frustrated, it seemed, just some gesturing over towards the first baseline.
I have no idea what the umpiring crew is talking about. Maybe the rain that's set to come. I don't know if they want to pause this game. We haven't had a drop yet, although the skies above White House Field do look particularly gray.
Could have been gesturing towards the Hyannis dugout. Something was going on in there. Some words were said. See if the umpires heard it elsewhere. Not sure. The incoming rain. Let's hurry up this conversation.
The umpiring crew has still gotten together, and now they'll walk over to the Harwich dugout and give an explanation. On second thought, they won't. Plate umpire Mike O'Leary. Oh, now he's going to walk over there. And I personally have no idea what they're talking about. Normally you have a decent idea of what they're asking. Now, Mitch Carricker, the Hyannis manager who's coaching third base, he's sort of looking in to see what they're talking about. And the Harwich Mariner has made his way. The Harwich Mariners manager has made his way back to the dugout, unhappy about something. But Jax Jimenez will hit for Hyannis with runners on second and third. And one out here in the top of the fifth inning as the Harbor Hawks look to grab the lead for the first time today.
Wearing number 62. I guess you don't want to take a jersey that 62. I guess you don't want to take a jersey that a player might wear with a number like that. It's a lineman number.
2-2. Runners on second and third, one out. Here's the pitch. Jimenez watches the backdoor breaking ball go just outside. Full count now. Caden Miller waits on deck. He could come up with the bases loaded if Jimenez draws a walk here. Peavy looking to put him away. Here's the side on Jimenez. He turns out of the way at
Cape League.
He started one game for Harwich last year. He threw 4 innings and didn't give up any runs. He was one of those guys that got added to the roster at the very end of the year, but now he's back on the Cape for a full season of work with Harwich. 2-1 the lead for the Hyannis Harbor Hawks over the Harwich Mariners. Harwich started the scoring in the bottom of the second. Hyannis tied things in the top of the fourth, and they've taken the lead here in the top of the fifth.
Florida, number 10, Jordan Lodis.
And now Jordan
Cushion.
0-1. Another breaking ball chopped slowly down the first base line. Caden Miller comes in. He'll flip to Olivas covering for out number 1.
One of the reasons why Olivas has gotten the first of all, honors to start this game. He's more of a reliever, at least coming out of college. Did not start a single game in his college career until tonight. So Mitch Carricker said it at the top of the show, but he stays in the strike zone. I know that's kind of an obvious take, but I think yesterday was a great example of what happens when you don't. Hyannis a season-high 16 free passes, trumping opening night against Brewster back on the 13th of June. And it was kind of a disaster yesterday.
Here's the first pitch to Ryan Garrity, the Harwich 9-hitter. First pitch fouled high in the air behind home plate. 16 free passes yesterday for Hyannis pitchers. That's combining all the walks, hit by pitches,
Airs.
Wild pitches, and airs. But so far today, just 2 free passes. 0-1 from Raymond Olivas. Fastball up and in on Ryan Garrity. Count even at 1-1. Nobody on, 1 out. Bottom of the 5th inning. 2-1 Harbor Hawks over the Mariners.
It was remarkable that last night's game somehow finished below 3 hours. Partly because Falmouth kept it clean in the first 2 or 3 innings were just lightning fast.
1-1, fouled straight back by Garrity just beneath the mitt of Blake Primrose. He took that one off the leg, and he'll take a second to get his wind back. As the plate umpire, Mike O'Leary, will deliver a new ball personally to Raymond Olivas out there on the mound. Primrose has been doing a great job behind home plate. He hasn't let anything get to the backstop. He's kept the runners at bay for the most part. And we know this is a Harwich team that loves to steal bases. 1-2, Olivas looking for his second strikeout in inning number 5. Here's the deal. Lined sharply down the line in right, but this ball will hook out of play.
Well, he hung a breaking ball belt buckle high, and Garrity got a good piece of it, just well out ahead. That's not a pitch you want to throw up there again, as Garrity has now seen it, has understood how the best get the bat to it.
1-2 still. Olivas continues the battle. Fastball up and away to Garrity. Count even at 2.
It's kind of golden hour here. It's 7:51 7:51 p.m., but it's kind of like a golden hue to the sky right before the rain comes down in a couple minutes.
2-2 from Olivas. He misses with the breaking ball in the dirt. Garrity thought about it, but held up, and the count now runs full. The sun is peeking out a little bit. I wonder if the rain might pass us by. The radar looks like it might be heading south of here. Full count. Olivas with a long pause. He's set at his chest. Now here's the payoff. Tipped into the mitt of Blake Primrose for strike 3. Olivas runs the fastball down and in on Garrity, and he has the second out of the 5th inning. 7 straight retired for the UC Santa Barbara Gaucho.
Garrity, a really tough guy to strike out as well. He almost doubled his walks over strikeouts at Northeastern this past spring. He's got a great feel for the zone, really good plate protection, getting just a piece.
Here's Colin Larson, the leadoff man for Harwich, up for his 3rd at-bat. First pitch from Olivas, lined into the opposite field, deep left. Henry Zener backpedals and makes the catch. Bill with a cap high for out number 3. Back-to-back innings of 3 up, 3 down. Ball for Raymond Olivas. We head to the 6th inning, still 2-1 Harbor Hawks.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings. They're ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory. The best support in the business. Same-day parts.
From White House Field in Harwich, the Hyannis Harbor Hawks control a 2-1 lead. And they will look to extend this lead against the Harwich reliever Brian Matu after relieving starter Jackson Peavy in the 5th inning. He came in with the bases loaded and 1 out.
We're still streaming, but
it's great.
All right, we should be good.
6th inning set to start here from White House Field. 2-1 Harbor Hawks over the Harwich Mariners as we work in the top half of the 6th inning. Blake Primrose, Charlie Bates, and J.C. Davis set to hit here against the Harwich reliever Brian Matuchat, who came in relief for Jake Jackson Peavy in the 5th inning with the bases loaded, 1 out. He got out of damage with no more runs allowed. First pitch to break Primrose. Fastball misses up and in for ball 1.
And Hyannis has to play off the momentum of Olivas on the mound, who's been nails. Sometimes when your pitcher's on his best roll, you can find some strides offensively.
Primrose sends one high in the air down the first base side, but this ball will slice out of play.
Primrose picked up a stake his last at-bat with the sac fly. It's kind of frustrating to see the way his summer's gone after getting injured in the first game with a double. It's been a little bit of a slow stretch after that, but an uphill battle that this guy could win.
1-1 to Primrose, swing and a miss. He got beat with the fastball up and in, and now he's behind 1-2. Primrose suffered a leg injury in the 5th inning on opening day against Brewster. And he missed a month of action. He was rehabbing at St. Joe's, but he's back and in the lineup. Here's a 1-2. Primrose crushes this one deep in the air out toward left field. Going back, Jackson Hotchkiss at the warning track. He makes the catch. That was some loud contact from Primrose, but just short of the wall.
Hopefully he's okay. He's kind of limping off the field after peeling away from first base, but maybe just missed it. Potentially got it a little bit off the end of the bat. Still sounded good. Was solid contact, but not able to elevate it for a hit.
That'll bring Charlie Bates up to the plate with nobody on and 1 out here in the top of inning number 6. First pitch to him, sliced opposite field down the left field line, but it'll get out of play. A 1 on Bates. Matuchat comes set into the windup, 0-1 on the way. Bates takes a fastball at the knees, just low. One count, and Matuchat back into his motion. 1-1 grounded softly towards the 3-4 hole, gloved by the first baseman O'Leary. He whips it over to Matuchat, covering, but the throw too high. It skips away down the first base line, and Bates is on with most likely an E3.
I think that could be an E1 because they got the throw off to Matuchat and it went off the top of his glove. Sure, it wasn't hitting him in the chest, but that's a classic case of taking your eye off the ball and trying to do something before you have the current task at hand. He looked over towards the base after he thought he caught it, but by the time he looked away, he wasn't able to catch it cleanly.
First pitch to Davis. Misses down and away for ball 1. 1-0 count on Davis. Pick off over to first, and Bates is back with a headfirst dive. And they're calling that a single for Charlie Bates on the ground ball to first base. So that'll help the batting average for Charlie Bates. 1-0 from Brian Matuchat, taken outside by J.C. Davis. He's ahead in the count 2-0. Runner on first, 1 out, top of the 6th. 2-1 Harbor Hawks over the Mariners. Davis swings and flies one shallow center, racing in Colin Larson. He goes to the slide and he can't get it. It's off his glove. Ball picked up by the right fielder, Ryan Garrity. He throws to second and beats Charlie Bates to the bag for the force out. So that'll go down as an 8-9-6 fielder's choice. And some unlucky results there for Hyannis.
The left fielder from USC.
You don't see that in the scorebook every day.
Henry
but,
Zaner.
I mean, Bates honestly ran that well. He was pretty much as far as you could go. Because if he was to make the catch, he could be dead to rights trying to head back to first. So he was pretty much equidistant, about 40 and change feet away from first base. And that's one of those that's kind of just to hang with him for Hyannis.
So now It'll be Davis, the runner on first, with 2 out, and Henry Zener up to the plate. Pickoff over to first, just barely. Davis back in safely. Henry Zener 1 for 2 today. He reached with a bunt single last time up. Matuchet picks over at first again. Davis back more easily, but still with a head first dive. Zener looking to put up a battle here, as this game has become quite the pitcher's duel. 2-1 in the 6th. Zener swings and lines one deep out towards center field. Larson backpedals and makes the catch. 2-1 Hyannis as we head to the bottom half of the 6th. But before we do that, our sideline reporter Ethan Wax has a report.
Free passes. That was the name of the game in last night's loss to Falmouth 9-1. Hyannis put together 16 free passes in total. 10 of them were courtesy of the walk. And Raymond Olivas was absolutely dominant in his 5 innings of work thus far, with just only 1 walk credited to him. And I had a chance to speak with Hyannis pitching coach Austin Wallace about the team's mentality to try and limit the amount of free passes that have gone on in yesterday's game. And he pointed to the team's mentality about making sure that it's a mental game. And he credits his players by saying that these guys are capable of opponents. And it starts today as they look to protect a 2-1 lead. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Ethan. Easton Barrett out of the bullpen. He'll be tasked with starting the bottom of the 6th inning here for Hyannis with a 2-1 lead over the Harwich Mariners. Raymond Olivas exits, and he was terrific today. 5 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 run. It was an unearned run. He only walked 1 batter and struck out 2. He becomes the first Harbor Hawk pitcher this season to work through 5 complete innings, and that was his first collegiate start. He didn't start any games at UC Santa Barbara, and his first start on the Cape went swimmingly.
I mean, it was as Ethan mentioned, the free passes were the name of the game yesterday, and he's kept it clean, and that's what Mitch Carricker talked about it right before the game started, that he's earned this start because of his ability to throw strikes. And I know that's a very grass is green take, but I think yesterday is an example that, you know, it doesn't matter how talented these guys are. They might struggle with command, and it could cost you a baseball game. That was exactly what happened yesterday, and at the end of the day, it's important just to continue to move past that.
In yesterday's 9-1 loss to the Falmouth Commodores, 4 Hyannis Harbor Hawk pitchers walked 10 batters. And Easton Barrett will take over things here in the bottom of the 6th. He'll face 2, 3, and 4 in this Harwich Mariner order. Cade Curlin, Braden Jacksa, and Tyler Smolinski. The lefty Barrett set into the windup first pitch. Fastball runs inside on Curlin, and he takes it for ball 1. Easton Barrett making his 5th appearance this year for the Harbor Hawks. In 10 innings, he has an ERA of 5.4. 1-0 pitch, fouled straight back and off the mask of plate umpire Mike O'Leary, but he looks to be A-OK.
We talked about it a lot this season, but sometimes pitching is contagious. It's going to be huge for Easton Barrett to continue the brand of baseball that Olivas sent.
1-1 the count, and Barrett back into his motion. Fastball lined back off of Barrett on the mound. He blocked it from going into center field, and the underhand flip to first has the first out of his relief appearance. I know that one stung at least a little bit.
Here comes Mitch Carricker just to check on him. I mean, he seems to be playing it off all right.
That ball was lined sharply off the bat of Cade Curlin, and it would have gotten up the middle, but Barrett just got in front of it and blocked it, not even with his glove hand, with his throwing hand.
Something to just to take into account on what type of night it is. We did hear a little bit of thunder, and if there's lightning in the area, that could end this game prematurely, and this game is through 5 innings, which makes it, by the book, complete.
Barrett's going to take a warm-up pitch here, and that was a fastball right down the middle.
91 on the gun, so.
He looks like he's just fine out there. Mitch Carricker will jog back to the dugout.
From Oregon, number 6, Braden Jackson.
We've had a few sprinkles of rain today, but nothing serious. The storm system looks like it's heading south of us. And Braden Jackson, the 3-hitter for Harwich, will hit with nobody on and 1 out in the bottom of the 6th inning. His Harwich Mariners still down 2-1 to the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. First pitch from Easton Barrett. Popped up. Foul territory, first base side. Caden Miller glides over right in front of the fence. He makes the catch with one arm above his head for a quick out number 2.
The designated hitter from Kansas State, number 22, Ty Smolinski.
So now Tyler Smolinski will step in to hit. He has scored the only run today for the Harwich Mariners. He walked in the 2nd inning, later stole second base and came around to score on an RBI single from Sean O'Leary. Barrett looking for a 1-2-3 inning out of the bullpen. Here's his first pitch, lefty-lefty to Smolinski. Fastball misses down and in. But these Harwich bats have been held silent by Raymond Olivas and now Easton Barrett with 2 quick outs. Here's the 1-0. Front hit breaking ball misses downstairs. Appeal to first. Joe LaBella says that Tyler Smolinski did not offer at that pitch. The bat barely got off his shoulder. So now 2-0, the count on Smolinski. Barrett back set into his motion again. 2-0 fouled straight back into the fencing behind home plate. The count now 2-1 on Tyler Smolinski.
It's a good swing right there. It was right on it, just fouling it straight back. So he was just a bit under it. This is a tough matchup going left on left against Easton Barrett.
2-1. Barrett delivers. Lined into the opposite field. Coming in, Henry Zener. The left fielder can't quite get there. It drops between him and the shortstop, Taylor Kirk. So Smolinski will keep the 6th inning alive for Harwich with a 2-out single.
What has been going on lately with these little bloops against Hyannis? They've been getting very unlucky. That's got to be frustrating. But if you're Easton Barrett, you got to figure, go right back to it. You beat the guy. Sometimes that's just the way baseball rolls.
J.P. Peltier will look to further extend this inning. He's 0 for 2 today with a pop-up on the infield and a strikeout. Barrett will check on Smolinski at first. He's back standing. We know Smolinski is a stolen base threat. He stole second back in the 2nd inning. And this is a perfect time for him to maybe take second again and put himself in scoring position for a base hit by J.P. Peltier. First pitch to him, and Peltier swings and pops one out of play down the first base side. One 0. 0-1. Barrett set, and he comes to the plate. Tipped into the mitt of Blake Primrose for strike 2. It just fell out of his mitt. From the angle I'm looking at, it looked like he had it. Still a foul ball and still an 0-2 count.
10 pitches, 7 strikes for Barrett.
He's been accurate out of the bullpen. 0-2, looking to shut down the 6th inning. On a run first, 2 out. Here's the pitch. Fastball up and in, misses. 1-2 now, the count on J.P. Peltier. This past year at Arizona State, Easton Barrett struggled to an 8.14 ERA, but he has seen some better success on the Cape this summer. 1-2 on the way off for second, Smolinski, but it doesn't matter. Down on strikes, J.P. Peltier. He goes fishing at a slider in the dirt. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. So we head to the 7th, still 2-1 Harbor Hawks.
You can make any bat feel lighter
Chaz,
by adding a
bro, my hearing has to be tested. I don't know how I heard you.
Entirely new bat. You can simply add the puck.
Bro, Emma, it wasn't a diss. You know when like that? I forget what movie it is, but Jackie Sandler like where it has two pigtails, bro, and like it's like just reminded me of it. That was not a diss.
A lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
League partners for their continued support. The 99 Restaurants, Cape Air.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Sunderland Printing. And of course,
I'm sorry, bro.
I'm more so frustrated with. Seventh inning set to start here from White House Field here in Harwich, Massachusetts. 2-1 the lead for the Hyannis Harbor Hawks over the hometown Mariners. And Hyannis has the top of their order due up here in the seventh to try and extend that lead. Taylor Kirk, Jax Jimenez, and Caden Miller set to hit this inning.
leading off for Hyannis, the shortstop from Fordham, number 34, Taylor Kirk.
Taylor Kirk will lead things off, and despite his 0 for 2 day today with a sac bunt, he's been swinging a hot bat as of late. Hits in 4 of his last 5 games. He's been promoted back to the leadoff spot after transferring to UCLA. First pitch from the reliever, Brian Matuchak, grounded into left field for a base hit. Taylor Kirk now has hits in 5 of his last 6 games, and the leadoff man is on for Hyannis in the top of the 7th.
And now hits in 4 straight, and he's really felt a stride, as you mentioned.
He was really struggling to start the year. He was in the transfer portal looking for a new home after transferring out of Fordham, and ever since his commitment to UCLA, he's been swinging a very hot bat. Jax Jimenez will now hit from the left-handed side. His first 3 at-bats were from the right-handed side after facing starter Jackson Peavy. His first pitch seen from Brian Matuchat misses down and in. Matuchat relieved Jackson Peavy with the bases loaded in the 5th. He got 2 quick outs to end the inning and then put up a 0 in the 6th. He now works in the top half of the 7th. Lined into left field, a base hit. Opposite field for Jax Jimenez. Puts runners on first and second with nobody out in the top of the 7th.
Those are 2 really nice swings for Hyannis. This time Jimenez going to the opposite field.
The first baseman.
That'll bring Caden Miller to the plate, and he's been on all 3 times today with a single and 2 hit-by pitches. His second hit-by pitch earned him an RBI as it came with the bases loaded. He'll work lefty on righty against Brian Matuchat. The Sacred Heart Pioneer comes to the plate. Miller takes the fastball just inside for ball 1.
Miller's been on all 3 times, and he's picked up an RBI on that hit by pitch in the last time up.
1-0. Miller, half swing, appeal to first. Full swing called by Mike Hiniosa over at first. 1-1 now the count on Caden Miller. Runners on first and second, nobody out here in the top half of the 7th inning. 2-1 Hyannis over the Harwich Mariners. Matuchat delivers. Miller, fly ball behind home plate. Braden Jackson gives it a look. He flips off the mask and makes the catch for the first out.
That's a big out for Harwich because now the Mariners 1 pitch away if they get one on the ground here with Jordan Lodis, who's got some speed, but Hyannis has proved to kind of hold up in some of these big situations with guys on, especially guys in scoring position.
Here's Lodis. 1 for 3 today with a single. And this is a big spot for him. 2-1 Harbor Hawks. Runners on first and second, 1 out. And Lodis can really break this game open with a big hit. First pitch from Matuchat. Slider running down and away. Cannot find the zone against Jordan Lodis. One-zero. Matuchat looks back. The runner on second now comes to the plate. Another slider down and away. Can't find the zone on Lodis. He's ahead 2-0. Big hitters count here for the future Georgia Tech Yellow Jacket. Lodis has been swinging a hot bat this season, but first, Matuchat will check on Taylor Kirk at second with a pickoff move, but he's back standing.
Lodis has arguably been one of Hyannis' most consistent hitters this season, especially with John Embry departing. Lodis has kind of been a guy who was there almost since day one, playing in his 15th game. He's been great.
2-0. He tips the fastball into the mitt of Braden Jackson for strike one. He was right on that pitch, but just couldn't quite find the location on the bat.
Looked like maybe a cutter right there. Started it right over the heart of the plate, ended up on the outside corner, and Lodis just able to get a piece.
2-1 now. Matuchat back into the motion. Lodis fouls one back again. This time Jackson can't hang on, but the count's still 2-2. As day turns to night, we've seen some beautiful colors throughout the sky here in Harwich, Massachusetts.
Some pink,
some yellow, some blue. We've seen it all. 2-2. Lodis awaits the offering from Matuchat. Big spot here. First and second, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Lodis takes away, and the count runs full. Full count. With 1 out, the runners might move. It would be a pretty aggressive strategy. But Kirk on second definitely has the speed. He stole 30 bases this past year at Fordham. Payoff upcoming. Lodis swings and lines one into left center field. It's down for a base hit. Kirk rounds third. He'll head to the plate. Jimenez on his way to third. He'll get there without a throw. Lodis pretty far off the bag at first, but he's able to scamper back safely. His second single of the game brings a run home, and the Harbor Hawks lead 3-1 over the Harwich Mariners.
That's big insurance for Hyannis, and it looks like Lodis got that one off the end of the bat, but able to deposit it into left center field on another cutter over the outside part of the plate that he just gets enough barrel on, and that guy's got good strength, sending it on a line. Taylor Kirk, with his speed, scores easily.
Matt Hyannis now in from the left-handed side. And with runners on the corners now and 1 out, he could really extend this lead for Hyannis. Lodis has some speed. We'll see if he goes for second. First pitch from Matuchat. Hyannis swings and misses. Velocity ramped up on that fastball at 92 up in the zone, and Hyannis swung through it. 3-1 Hyannis here in the top half of inning number 7. Matuchat looking to dance out of trouble. Pick off over to first. Jordan Lodis back with a headfirst dive. Oh, 1 still the count on Hyannis with runners on the corners and 1 out. Matuchat delivers to the plate. Hyannis takes on the inner edge. Called strike 2. He went back to that cutter, running inside on the lefty.
Maybe with the 2-strike count, Hyannis tries a delayed steal here because you got the lefty in the box shielding the catcher's eyes from the first base bag, and sometimes they'll try to stick it for strike 3.
Lodis stole second last time on due to the delayed steal. Hyannis deep in the air, left center field. This could score a run. Jackson Hotch gets over. He makes the catch. Tagging from third, Jax Jimenez. The throw comes into second base. Hyannis has another run. They lead 4-1 over Harwich.
Baseball right there to left center field, and of course all you got to do is make sure that doesn't go on the ground, and that's the exact approach that Hyannis saw. You saw a pitch up in the zone, kind of eyes lit up, and able to get this one in the air. That one goes on the ground. That could be a inning-ending twin killing.
Blake Primrose will now hit with a runner on first base and 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. 4-1, the lead for Hyannis. They've struggled against East Division opponents this year. They're just 3-10. First pitch to Primrose, fastball right down Broadway for a strike. They've yet to beat the Harwich Mariners this year. They're 0-2 through 2 matchups, 1 at home, 1 on the road. 0-1, Matuchat looks at Lodis at first. Now he comes set and delivers to the plate. Primrose late on the cutter, running away from his right-handed bat. And now the count's 0-2 on the Hyannis catcher. Pick off again over to first. Lodis back with a head-first dive. 2 runs home in the inning for Hyannis after 2 singles from Taylor Kirk and Jax Jimenez to lead things off. Lodis with an RBI single and Hyannis with a sac fly. 0-2 on the way. Primrose takes strike 3. Cutter came back over the plate and he is retired. But the damage has been done. 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We stretch here from White House Field. 4-1 Hyannis.
When it comes to delicious food, the best place to start is with great appliances. And Cam Appliances is your one-stop shop for any budget with brands like Thermador, Viking, Bosch, GE, and so much more. Cam Appliances, sales, delivery, installation, and service in the heart of your home with locations in Hyannis, Nantucket, and Hanover.
If you need to dig, lift, move, grade, clear, or cut, pump, weld, clean, light, and just about anything else, dial up the rental source for the newest and the most reliable equipment in New England. Staffed with equipment and construction experts, Milton Rents, your local source.
Bottom of the 7th inning set to commence here from White House Field. The Hyannis Harbor Hawks lead the Harwich Mariners 4-1 thanks to 2 runs in the top half of the 7th inning to widen their 2-1 lead to 4-1. It'll be 6-7 for Hyannis. 5 innings, just the 1 run allowed. It wasn't an earned run. And Easton Barrett relieved him in the 6th, put up a 0, and now he looks to do the same thing here in the 7th. The lefty out of Arizona State will deal to Nick Castellone. Set at his chest. And into the windup for pitch number 1. Castellone first pitch swinging over to third base and past the glove of Jordan Lodis and into left field for a base hit. So the leadoff man is on for Harwich. We have a defensive replacement to tell you about. Andrew Lamb has come off the bench to replace catcher Blake Primrose. We saw Primrose try a leg out a single on a ground ball, and he went into the dugout hobbling. So Lamb has replaced him behind the plate. Jackson Hotchkiss now hits with a runner on first base and nobody out. Backdoor breaking ball cannot find the zone to Hotchkiss. Barrett behind in the count 1-0. Hotchkiss, the power hitting Washington Husky, awaits the 1-0. Grounded over to short, backhanded by Taylor Kirk. Throw across the diamond to first base, not in time. Back-to-back singles to lead off baseman, but he can play some catcher.
You can also play in the outfield a little bit. Played a couple games in left field for Andy Stankiewicz and the Trojans.
Head coach Mitch Carricker for Hyannis likes his versatile guys, and Lamb getting put into a pressure spot behind the plate right now. 1-1 upcoming from Easton Barrett, and O'Leary already showing bunt again. This time he pulls it back, and the fastball missed inside for ball 2. Two-one on Sean O'Leary. Nick Castellone, the runner at second. Jackson Hotchkiss, the runner at first. Nobody out here in the bottom half of the 7th. 2-1 upcoming, and O'Leary pops the bunt up in foul territory behind the plate. And now with 2 strikes, Max, do you think he's still going to square? Because he's been dead set on laying down a bunt this at-bat.
I think it's a tough one, but, I mean, O'Leary, the number 8 hitter, does have a hit in this game. I think they let him swing it. Maybe this is where they'll put runners in motion, although the front door is open for the guy stealing third.
2-2 front hit breaking ball just misses inside out of the left arm of Easton Barrett. That was quite the take from Sean O'Leary with 2 strikes. The count now runs full. The Harwich fans start to make a little bit of noise. Payoff upcoming. Swing and a miss. Easton Barrett blows the fastball by Sean O'Leary for a big first out.
Well, trying to get cute with the breaking ball didn't end up working out. Then he goes to the fastball up and in. 92 on the gun. This is a part of the order that's favorable against Easton Barrett. You got back-to-back lefties right here, and Garrity, I mentioned it after his last strikeout, truly an outlier because this guy does not strike out a lot, and probably not going to see it here. He's going to put something in play and just try to get anything to fall.
Barrett looks back the runner at second. Castellón, now he comes to the plate with the high leg kick. Fastball misses beneath the zone, but a nice block by Andrew Lamb will keep the runners where they're at.
Garrity's really struggled this season. His OPS is south of 500.
He's 0 for 2 today with a pop-out on the infield and a strikeout. Runners on first and second, 1 out for him here in the bottom of the 7th. Barrett delivers, front hit breaking ball, just misses beneath the zone. Garrity with a nod. He said he saw that pitch well, and he's in a hitter's count at 2-0.
He's going to be sitting dead right here, but if it's not a perfect pitch that he wants, even if it's a strike, he's not going to swing. There's no reason to swing at a painted pitch low and outside on 2-0. He's truly in the driver's seat here.
2-0, here's Barrett. He swings through the fastball. It was middle, a pitch where you'd expect him to let a swing rip, but he was late, and the count now 2-1. Hyannis protecting a 4-1 lead here in the bottom half of the 7th. Barrett set at the belt, looks back the runner at second. Now he delivers to the plate. Fastball hit high in the air, opposite field. Foul territory. Henry Zehner gives it a look. He dives near the Harwich bullpen, but he can't quite come up with that one. It lands for strike 2.
Well, that was an incredible effort from Zehner. He was shaded left center, so he probably ran about 130, 140 feet. And did he get a glove on it? But that was just such a tough play. You got to applaud the effort. I'm sure Easton Barrett certainly appreciates it from his left fielder.
He just pointed out towards Zehner in left field. He did appreciate that effort. 2-2 count, 1 out. Runners on first and second here in the bottom half of inning number 7. Tying run at the plate, Ryan Garrity. Barrett delivers, swing and a miss. A beautiful breaking ball catches Garrity fooled. He waves for a second consecutive strikeout. Barrett has locked things in after giving up 2 singles to start this inning.
Colin Larson.
I'll flip it over for the top of the order. This is the 3rd straight lefty. These are the at-bats that Barrett's got to take advantage of, and he's done it so far, but still not out of the woods yet.
Colin Larson has been one of the most dangerous hitters in the Cal Ripken League, or in the Cape Cod League this season. First pitch to him, another front door breaking ball, but Barrett can't find the zone. It's just low for a ball. Larson 4th in the CCBL in average with a 328 mark. Here's Barrett. Larson.
Swing right there going opposite field to left center, and Bates shaded right center, had a long way to go. Zehner just couldn't get there in time either. Kind of split the Red Sea, and that's big for Harwich. Now they put the tying run one left turn away at second base, and they got some momentum here.
It's Cade Kurland up to the plate with the tying run on second base. Kurland 1 for 3 today with a double. That double by Colin Larson, just the 6th hit of the day for Harwich. And head coach Mitch Carricker is out, and that'll be all for Easton Barrett. He departs after surrendering 2 runs in the 7th, and he's still responsible for the runner on second. We'll tell you about the new Hyannis pitcher When we come back, it'll be Truett Webb.
You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Truett Webb out of the bullpen. He relieves Easton Barrett, protecting a one-run lead, and the tying run sits on second base with Curland, the Florida Gator, facing Truett Webb, the Southeast Louisiana Lion. 1-1 on its way. Check swing, but a full swing in the eyes of plate umpire Mike O'Leary. Truett Webb fooled him with that slider running down and away in the dirt, and he's one strike away from preserving the lead in the seventh.
It's arguably his best pitch. It's just got so much lateral movement. So hard to make contact with it, and if you do, it's probably not good.
1-2. Webb comes to the plate, runner off for third. Ground ball over to the shortstop, Taylor Kirk. Couple crow hops over to first. The throw is low, but Caden Miller crouches to make the catch. And Truett Webb retires the only batter he faces in the seventh. Hyannis still has a one-run lead, 4-3, as we head to the eighth inning here from White House Field on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings, they're ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
395-953-395.
Ryan Taft, the new pitcher of record for the Harwich Mariners. He relieves Brian Matuchat.
For a gift certificate to Grand Slam.
Matuchat, for his efforts, he threw 2 2/3 innings and gave up 2 earned runs. 4-3, the lead for the Hyannis Harbor Hawks as we get set to start the top of inning number 8.
953-031. Again, if you have any of the winning numbers called, please make your way to the merchandise booth to claim your prize.
Hyannis, after giving up a couple runs in the bottom of the seventh, definitely looking to just get something started with the 7, 8, 9 guys. Don't let that fool you. You got Bates, who's arguably one of Hyannis' most consistent hitters to lead it off, and then Davis and Zener. Zener's looked a lot stronger as of late.
Hyannis scored 2 runs in the top of the seventh, but then Harwich got both of those runs back in the bottom half.
The center fielder from Stanford, number 11.
Tonight here at White House Field, the skies are a dark blue shade. Here's Taft, first pitch, fouled straight back by Charlie Bates. That fastball at 91 miles an hour out of the right hand. Bates 1 for 3. Cardinal. Pitch in the dirt. Bates takes it for a ball. One, two now. Taft kicks and delivers. Popped up high in the air off the left-handed bat of Charlie Bates, down the foul line near the fence, and J.P. Peltier, the third baseman, just didn't quite have enough room over there.
That's one where if the fence wasn't there, he probably would have been able to make the catch, but separated by a barrier, a physical barrier. And Bates gets another life as Taft continues to kind of flirt with that bottom half of the strike zone.
Still 1-2 on Charlie Bates. Taft set, taps the foot, now comes to the plate, swing and a miss. Bates waves at the fastball in the dirt for a strikeout. And quickly one retired here in the visiting half of the eighth.
The second baseman from Rice, number 17, J.C. Davis.
That'll bring J.C. Davis up to the plate. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. He came around to score in that fifth inning. He crossed on the hit by pitch by Caden Miller with the bases loaded. First pitch to him out of the right arm of Ryan Taft. Fastball misses down and away. 1-0 to the Rice Owl, J.C. Davis. The Siena St. Ryan Taft kicks and delivers. Grounded foul down the third base side from Davis. Count now sits at 1-1.
Mitch Carricker back to coaching third base. We've seen Sean Riley there for much of the season. Carricker started in the third base box, and now he's back at least for tonight.
1-1. Grounded back up the middle.
351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Bottom of the eighth, just about ready to commence here from White House Field. 4-3 the lead for the Hyannis Harbor Hawks over the Harwich Mariners. Truett Webb back out on the mound for Hyannis. He got the final out of the seventh inning after he relieved Easton Barrett. And Max, this might be his game to finish.
I think it could be very well likely, especially if he stays economical. He only needed a pitch or two in the bottom half of the seventh, and this is a guy who is all kinds of good.
He gave up 4 runs in an inning and a third on opening day against Jacksa. 0 for 3 with a ground out and 2 pop-ups to the first baseman in foul territory. 1-0 from Truett Webb. Fastball right down the middle for strike one. Webb has earned saves in his last 2 appearances. If he finishes this one, it could be 3 in a row. 1-1 smack down the line in left field. This ball lands just fair, and it will roll into the corner. Jacksa off for second. He will get there standing up with a leadoff double.
A rare
best hitters in the Cape Cod League this year. His OPS sits at 982. That's 5th on the Cape. First pitch from Truett Webb, chopped right in front of the plate, but just above the head of Andrew Lamb, the catcher. That will be a foul ball. Smolinski with 23 hits in 75 at-bats this year. 4 home runs, 5 doubles. He has some pop. 0-1 from Truett Webb. Misses inside. 1-1 on Smolinski. Hyannis still protecting the slimmest of margins. A 1-run lead here in the bottom of the 8th. Webb with a deep breath, and now the 1-1. A fastball hit high in the air, shallow right. Jax Jimenez comes in. It's the second baseman, J.C. Davis, who backpedals and makes the catch for the out number 1.
The third baseman from Kentucky, number 13, J.P. Peltier.
Especially as it gets to this middle of the order for Harwich, it's important that Hyannis sets down batters whenever they can, especially a guy like Smolinski, as you mentioned, near the top.
Truett Webb looks back Jaska at second, and now he delivers. Slider down and away, misses in the dirt, but a nice pick by Andrew Lamb will keep Jaska at third base, or at second base. 0-1. Here's Truett Webb. Another ball in the dirt and another nice block from Andrew Lamb. He came into this game in the 7th inning for Blake Primrose, who had a lingering leg injury. (2-0). Here's Webb again. That pitch crosses at 83, front hit breaking ball. 2-1 now on J.P. Peltier.
Webb, a guy who gets a lot of strikeouts, but he also pitches the contact. Trying to go down in the zone. He doesn't want Harwich to get anything on the air.
2-1. Swing and a miss. He fooled Peltier on another slider in the dirt. He waved at it. Count now 2-2.
His battery's worked well so far. Of course, Andrew Lamb and Truett Webb working together for the first time in the Earth's history. These two guys from different schools. But they seem to be getting onto the same page, and that's exactly what you want to see early.
2-2. Webb looking for the strikeout. Here's the pitch. Fly ball deep right. Backpedaling Jax Jimenez. He makes the catch. Tagging up for third, Braden Jaska. Throw cut off. Now it comes through, and safe at third. Jaska just beats the throw.
You rarely see a ball cut where you almost get the guy at third still. That was a great relay by Hyannis, and it's almost as if Jackska on second kind of went over lackadaisically, and you got to hope he's okay now. He seems to be a little bit shaken up after the slide.
He's pulling down his stirrup socks. Maybe he got a ton of dirt in there. A couple of members of the coaching staff are taking a look at him. So now the tying run sits just 90 feet away at third base. And it'll be up to Nate Castellone to tie this game for Harwich. And it looks like Jaska will head to the bench, and a pinch runner will come out for Harwich. We know they have a ton of guys who can fly on the bases with how many bags they've stolen this year. And it'll be number 5 coming off the bench for Harwich. That's Chone James, the Mississippi State Bulldog.
From Cal Poly, number 12, Nate Castellone.
So now both catchers, Max, have gone to the bench in this game.
Yeah, and now you really have nobody in behind them. But these guys are really good at just staying calm when they have to be thrown into the fire. Andrew Lamb did not expect to play today, and he's done a fine job behind the plate.
First pitch to Nate Castellone, misses up and in. James is listed as an infielder for Harwich. I don't know if he can catch. They still have Kevin Maluski as a catcher off the bench. 1-0, bounces, and another good block from Andrew Lamb. He has put his body on the line off the bench today. (2-0). Webb to Castellone. Fly ball, shallow center. Ranging back the shortstop Taylor Kirk, and he has it on the run for out number 3. Harwich leaves the tying run 90 feet away. We head to the top of the 9th. Still a 1-run lead for the Harbor Hawks, 4-3 over the Harwich Mariners.
This week we've been working a lot with doing play-by-plays, just doing behind-the-scenes stuff with sports broadcasting, which I never really realized how much went into it, but it's been really cool.
They've grown a lot. I've never really done like a program like this before, so like seeing all the behind-the-scenes has like really grown.
I've learned how to really just gain confidence in my play-by-play speaking, and I've learned more terms here when it comes to directing and producing, and I've just had a great time with John Rook.
Doing the play-by-play stuff and all that, being with a guy like John Rook, understanding what like the major kind of entails doing this camp, just really a preview for what you do here at Dean or any other college doing broadcasting, so I'm definitely more prepared to make this a job of mine.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Your attention, please. Now on the mound for the Mariners from Florida, number 7, Christian Rodriguez.
Christian Rodriguez will take over the pitching duties for Harwich. He's tasked with keeping this deficit at 1 here in the top half of the 9th inning. Ryan Taff put up a scoreless 8th. No base runners and a strikeout for the Siena Saint. And now Rodriguez will face the top of the Harbor Hawks order. Taylor Kirk, Jax Jimenez, and Caden Miller.
This part of the order needs to get something going. Of course, Truett Webb has been nails, but you always want to try to get some insurance against a Harwich team that's hungry for some wins. 3rd in the Eastern Division with a pretty solid record at 13-8. Just shows how difficult the East has been compared to the West.
Hyannis has really struggled against the East Division this year. They're 3-10. 2 of those 3 wins have come against Orleans, and they sit at the bottom of that East Division. And here's Taylor Kirk into the box to face Christian Rodriguez. First pitch from him. Taken upstairs. Fastball at 95. This reliever has some heat. Rodriguez set at his chest. Into the windup. 1-0 coming. Kirk fouls it away down the first base side. 1-1 now the count on the UCLA Bruin.
You got to get a stat going for this guy's numbers since committing to UCLA, because I think he's got a hit in every game, and I believe he has got 4 hits in 3 games since committing.
Here's Rodriguez again. Kirk swings and misses at the high heat. It's now 1-2. Kirk does have hits in 5 of his last 6 appearances. He was hitting .077 before that. 2 for 27. 1-2 Rodriguez looking for the K. Into the windup. Here's the 1-2. Kirk spoils it away. High heat. Foul ball first base side. Still 1-2. Hyannis protecting a 1-run lead here at White House Field. 1-2 on the way. Kirk swings and misses. Rodriguez dropped the changeup by him at 80 miles an hour for strike 3.
The right fielder from Oregon, number 36, Jack Jimenez.
That'll bring Jax Jimenez to the plate. The switch hitter is 1 for 3 today with a walk and a run scored back in the 7th inning. He faces Rodriguez for the first time. First pitch. Check swing, did he go? Yes, he did, says third base umpire Joe Labella. Jimenez was just out in front of that changeup there and couldn't quite hold up. Oh, 1. Here's Rodriguez. Backdoor breaking ball. Can't find the zone against the lefty, and the count now even at 1-1. Jimenez shows a bunt, but he pulls it back. Fastball missed high and away, and now it's 2-1 on the Oregon Duck. Rodriguez comes to the plate with the 2-1. Fastball skips to the backstop. It missed way up and away. And now it's 3-1 on Jimenez.
Well, he'll sit dead right here, but all Hyannis needs is a base runner to put some pressure on Harwich.
4 runs on 7 hits, 1 error for the Harbor Hawks. 3 runs on 7 hits, no errors for Harwich. These two have been evenly matched all day today. Here's the 3-1. Breaking ball, swung on and missed. Jimenez way out ahead of that one, and now the count runs full.
I mentioned it earlier, but Jimenez has been better from the right side of the plate. Still plenty of time to change that narrative here in the lefty box.
Payoff coming. Fastball outside, and Jimenez has a one-out walk, and a base runner will be on for the three-hitter, Caden Miller.
The first baseman from Texas San Antonio, number
Well, Miller
2,
hasn't gotten the
Caden
batting
Miller.
average above the Mendoza line. He's had a big impact by getting on base, and he's done that in this game. Perfect spot for the three-hitter for Mitch Carricker.
And he's going on the first pitch. Fastball.
Strikeouts in baseball, but he's got 2 tonight, and he got the right candidate on the mound to make it 3.
Truett Webb looking for his 3rd consecutive save. First pitch to Ryan Garrity. Broken bat. It's shattered. Ranging over to the second base side. Taylor Kirk throwing the dirt, but it's picked out by Caden Miller. Truett Webb earns his 3rd.